rise up as more people will join as we start going. So I
Okay,
yeah.
great. Okay, I am ready. If I
Hey, Loosh
knew,
Factory.
mhm.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
Go ahead.
nah, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So wonderful, guys. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here. I'm a little bit, I got thrown off there for a second. I'm here. I'm ready. Hold on. I'm streaming to my channel too.
Oh,
Okay.
good. Good. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Let me just close these things out and we're ready to go. Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Yeah. So what do you want to ask me? What's tonight about? Well,
Yeah, yeah. What I didn't see the James Rink show, so this will be the first for me to see all this stuff. You know?
okay. Well, I've been on your show, before regarding regarding the rocks, right? But
Yeah,
I've never I've only shown people the rocks, but I've never communicated with them because I didn't think they were living. I thought they were monuments. But
yeah.
tonight's going to be a little bit different because they're waking up and they're beginning to speak, as is the tradition of the ancients. Before we get started, I know there are people who's going to say, like, this is crazy. This is not true. Rocks can't speak. Rocks don't have life. But I'm here to tell you that if you believe in the Bible, I don't, okay, but if you believe in the Bible, Jesus said the rocks will cry out. If you believe in the Bible, Jesus said that, well, in the Bible, it says that all creation, rocks are a part of creation, will groan. The ancients, before Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, the ancients, all indigenous people, said that their gods lived in the mountains. All the ancient people said that they go up to the mountains to meet their gods. All the ancient people saw the mountains as holy, and there's such a thing as sacred mountains. And even when you get to your Bible, we see Moses. I don't believe any of those things happened, but when you get to the Bible, you read that Moses met God on a mountain, and the mountain was where this God displayed power. So we're living in a time when these mountains are beginning to tell their story, as is written that all of creation will begin to groan, right? And groaning is what? Groaning is a sound. And the message that the mountains gave me were two messages. One was a warning, and one was the victory that we have. So today I'm going to tell you a story in stone, and it's a fascinating story. It's a really exciting story. But I want you to follow me. You don't have to believe me because I bring you guys some real left field stuff. But if you go to the ancients, forget modern religion, go to the indigenous people and you ask them, hey, listen, is it true that mountains speak? They will tell you, yeah. They'll tell you the rocks speak. Our first writing systems, when we first began to write, we wrote from the rocks. We wrote on the rocks. And that's how important rocks are for history. Okay? Rocks are not just for quarrying and building buildings. The first writing systems were put on stone. Think about that. A lot of history is in stone. People draw crystals from the rock. So there is an Akasha in the rock. So when I came here before, we went through the Akasha of the waters, and the waters taught us their history. And it's a very ancient history, and it's a very complicated history. The waters gave us some of their history. And then we learned that there was a war under the sea, and there was an invader on this planet known as the spider. And that spider traversed between the sea and under the earth. Now the rocks are telling their story. And I want you to join me on this journey of rock Akasha. Like I said, keep your mind open. You don't have to believe, but I'm just going to tell you what was told to me. So whenever you're ready, I'm all for it.
And I just wanted to say,
Mm.
Marinetta and I have been talking, and we're gonna plan a trip, guys. Maybe I should announce this when we have more people, but we'll announce it later too. But I just want to tell people now because I'm excited about it. We're gonna be doing a trip where me and Raynetta, will, like, with my audience and her audience, and maybe another podcaster audience. We're gonna do a trip where we all go out there to these rocks and see them. We're gonna take a trip. We're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, guys, we're gonna all do it. Like, um, we'll organize it, and that'll be in the future. But sorry, oh yeah, I'm ready, Renata. I think that's gonna be fun though. I think that's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to do it. You know?
When you see these rocks with your two eyes, and I'm going to start with videos instead of pictures, I'm going to start with videos so you guys can see with your own two eyes, right? When you guys see these rocks with your two eyes, you're going to say, no, these things were once alive, okay? And these are videos I took, okay? I took these videos with my own camera, all right? So no one can say it's Photoshop, because how am I going to Photoshop it? And I'm going to take you guys there. I believe these are ancient sacred sites, and I'm going to tell you their story. Okay. So one of them I already introduced to your audience, but I got to reintroduce this one to your audience as a picture, because this one was the one who first started to speak. So I'm going to present. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see here. All righty. Do you have to press a button?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it right. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Okay. So do you guys remember this rock? Because I presented him here. I presented him here first. Do you guys remember this mountain?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. Do you remember us going through the fact we were shocked that this mountain had tears coming down his eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I never told you guys this. I went back to this mountain because I was shocked to see a mountain with two eyes, a nose, a mouth. His mouth is broken. I mean, it's eroded. He's millions of years old. And what looks like rivers of tears coming down his eyes. But he had a message for me. One day I went to this mountain, and this mountain literally, and I'm going to show you what's next to him. This mountain spoke to me telepathically. I think these rocks are waking up, and I think the indigenous people had it right. The indigenous people used to talk to water, they used to talk to the weather, they used to talk to mountains, rocks, stone, they used to talk to trees. Okay, they were that close. And this was beaten out of them, and it was called witchcraft. And the connection broke between human and nature. And I'm not talking about a climate change terrorist cult. Okay, that's not what I'm talking about. Okay, but this mountain began to speak to me, and this is the message it told me. It said to me, we were once like you. Okay, and this is one of the mountains I'm going to take you guys to. There's two giants in this mountain, this one here and this one next to him. The mountain said to me, we were once like you. We were free to roam like you. Okay? They said, and then they said, then they came. And this mountain did not tell me who they were. He said, but then they came. He said, when they came, they took the first thing they did was take our DNA. And after they took our DNA, they said, then they began a program of extermination. That's what the mountains told me. This one told me this first. And that sat with me because I was like, wait, hold on. What? I was like, this mountain is communicating with me. And it's so funny because look at this. At the top of these mountains are communication towers, right? But this is
Yeah.
military and this is broadcasting towers. They're not going to tell me this. People on top of this broadcasting towers are not going to tell me we were frozen in place and then they took our DNA. But the mountains may have used these broadcasting tower to amplify the signal loud enough for me to hear. Okay? And that was the message. So I heard that message about maybe a month ago, but I didn't really think anything of it. So I went on my journey, right? So that's one. I wanted to reintroduce you guys to this one. Okay? Do you guys remember this one? This mountain, sorry for the picture, okay? It was a cloudy day and it was like really white out. So it's a bad picture. But this is an actual mountain. Okay? Do you guys see this mountain? I took this with my camera. It's a bad quality photo, but I took it nonetheless. It doesn't look like that in real sight, but everyone, let me know if you see this.
I see it. Yeah.
You see it? Thank you. I'm waiting for your audience to answer. Do you guys see? Do you guys see the two faces staring at you?
I do, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Do you see one to the left? This one
Yeah.
looks like a monster. Like something started to create something. Okay? But it didn't complete it, right? Look, it looks kind of like it could be human, it could be an ogre. But next to it, look at this guy. I want you to look at this mountain. I'm going to zoom in. This is a mountain, people, in my neighborhood. Look at the eyes. Look at those eyes. Do you see those eyes?
Yeah.
Look at the tall forehead. Doesn't this look like Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Look at this. And look at the sadness in the eyes. Are you going to tell me this is pareidolia? Like Sasquatch? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Connor's in the chat. Hey, Connor.
Where's Connor? Hi, Connor. Okay. Look at this. Okay. And next to this mountain tells a story. So there is this ogre type creature. It sort of kind of looks human, but it looks like a monster. And then next to it comes out this being that looks tiki. It's not pareidolia. Pareidolia with two carved out eyes, and in the eyes you could see the emotion in the eyes. That's not pareidolia. But you could see this like a human coming out of this. You know what's the scary part about this mountain? Let me show you. Look in the shadow here. Don't you see a gorilla in the shadow here staring at you? Look at my mouse. Do you
Oh,
see a
yeah, I do.
gorilla?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Monster. I want you to follow. I want you to follow. Puck, you can believe whatever you want. I'm not here to force you to believe anything. I want you to follow. Follow the story. There's a story this mountain is telling, right? Look at this. So this being here looks like an ogre type creature. Next to it, you see the emergence of something that looks like a human. And next to it, you see a primate. You think someone is telling a story?
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting for sure.
Next to the human, you see a primate. Do you know 98% of our DNA matches that of primates?
Wow.
Why would that be carved into a mountain? Let me show you another angle of this mountain. Thank you, Maya. You get it. You got it. Thank you. You got it. Let me show you another angle of this mountain, okay? This is what's on the right side of this mountain. So right here, you see the eye and you see the tear, okay? This is the shadow of the primate. Why is there a platypus here? Look at my mouse. Do you see the platypus?
Yeah.
Hold on. Platypuses are not indigenous to the American Southwest. Hi, G. You're more than welcome. You don't think that's strange?
It's so interesting. That is.
Okay, let's continue. Why is there an elephant here? Don't you see an elephant carved into the mountain here?
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, I do see that.
Elephants are not indigenous to the American Southwest. Look,
Or it could be a huge
a
looks like
mammoth.
it could be a duck or something, like a huge duck. Like I see almost for me I see like a beak and then I see or an eagle head or something like that. Or like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's definitely something for sure. I see it for sure.
You see the trunk?
Yeah.
You see the leg?
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that is a yeah, that isn't yeah, that isn't it. Yeah, an elephant.
It looks like a mammoth as well. Isn't that something? Don't you see the gorilla? Watch this. Do you see the African gorilla?
Yeah.
And now look at this. I'm going to zoom in. Look to the right. Don't you see two eyes staring at me through my camera? Okay, watch my mouse. One eye here, the other eye here.
Wow.
Do you see that? Don't you see a face staring at you here?
Yeah.
Now, why would this be carved into a mountain? A gorilla? An image of a black woman? She looks black because of the shadow, with two eyes staring out of the mountain. An elephant, which is not indigenous to the Americas. A platypus. And when the sun moves, look at here. This here looks like a leopard. Okay. A leopard about, do you see the leopard or the cheetah about to pounce? This is his leg going up. Yes, Dean, you got it. Some are carvings and some are beings that were frozen there. That is the message I wanted to give you. Okay. So that's that. I wanted you guys to see this. So some of you are going to say, oh, Renetta, that's like, okay, you're kind of pushing it. Okay. I want to show you some videos. So this was a video. Hold on. I'm going to play this video here. Not this one. Bear with me 1 second here. I want you to watch this video. Watch the left eye come alive and start staring at me. Watch. I took this video. Watch the right eye. I'm sorry. The left eye is cratered. What do you say? What? You see it? Do you see?
Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay, let's start again. This is the right eye. The left eye totally cratered because it's a mountain. It's millions of years old. The rocks are going to crater, right?
Yeah.
Now, keep your eye on the right eye because the left eye is cratered. Okay, first of all, let me show you what you're watching. This is his head, his right eye, his left eye cratered, right? His nose is partially cratered and his mouth is deformed because the left part of his face is cratered. I'll tell you the message he told me before I play the video again. He said to me, we enter, I don't know what this means. Any occultists here, not that I mess with occultists, but any occultists here, this mountain said to me, we enter the underworld through the left eye. Yes, Lush Factory. That's what I'm saying. And I've been tracking this thing for years. I've been making videos about these things. This thing. He said we enter the underworld through the left eye. And tonight we're going to go on a journey about what's in the underworld, right? So this is his eye. Everyone, let me know if you see his eye.
I see it.
Okay. Do you see his nose? Part of his
Yeah.
nose cratered, right? And this is his mouth, part of his mouth cratered. You see it?
Yeah. That's amazing.
Right. Let's see if I can
Oh
zoom in a
my
little bit.
God. That's easy. Now I see it completely. That is
Now you're seeing it. Let's see if I can zoom in.
it looks like Chewbacca.
Yeah, he looks like part human, part because there's a lot of genetic experimentation. I'm gonna show you some freaky stuff, guys. We're gonna go see these mountains. Okay? We're gonna do an excursion to these mountains. Hold on. I want to see if I can zoom in. Okay. All right. I'm gonna play the video. Keep your eye here. You're gonna see him watch you. You're gonna see him. Watch. Are you seeing it? You see his eye begin to get really sharp. Do you see it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now look, you can see clearly that someone's watching. I'm being watched. Look. Do you see that?
Yeah.
What about your audience? Do you see how the eye got really sharp? Like something began to watch me through the mountains?
Yeah. You guys see it? Nothing yet. But I mean, I'm sure people have. I mean you can't miss that. That's amazing. You
Okay.
know?
You can see it from the beginning. I mean, I took this. Look, the eye is not as sharp in the beginning. Okay, you can somewhat see it. But watch as he begins to open and stare with that right eye. Look, it's beginning to morph. Now, how on earth is
So
a
are
mountain
they
do that?
trapped in these mountains, would you say? And is there
Yeah,
any way they can get free?
that's exactly what I'm saying. And that's exactly the message. The faces around the other layers. Yes. Yes. And what was the message? The message he gave me, and I don't understand what this means. He said, we travel to the underworld through the left eye. The only thing I could think of, I was like Illuminati and their left eye, the vril going through the left eye. I don't know. That was the message he gave me, right? There's a story I'm going to tell you today. And this is the photo which I showed you. This is the photo. Do you see that face?
Yeah. Wow.
The eye of Horus. Yes, she. But what does it mean? I don't know the meaning. What does it mean that we travel to the underworld through the left eye? The eye of Tahuti. I'm going to look that up. Remember, I don't go reading up on this stuff. I just, when I experience it, I come to the people.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
thank you, Maya. Thank you. Go ahead. Sorry.
it looks like there's a face and then it looks like there's a big eye above that face. And
Ah,
that's what I'm seeing.
yes, let me tell you the story. The eye, oh, a portal. Maya, you got it. Thank you. A portal. We travel through the underworld. We travel to the underworld through the left eye. A portal. And do you know where all the cybernetics is in my body? It's all on my left side. The eye of Tahuti. Now, watch this. Let me tell you what happened to me while I was staring at him. So he showed me, he said, listen, he said, this here, because this is his left eye that cratered, right? And he said to me, he said, here is a cave. While I was staring at this mountain in the sun, communicating with me, he said, there's a cave here. And then he showed me how to get to the cave, an ancient pathway. Even the military takes that now, right? All this area is military, by the way. And he showed me the pathway, how to get up into the cave, right? Then All of a sudden, an American bald eagle, I kid you not, I wish I had filmed it. I was so shocked. An American bald eagle came out in front of this mountain and started to circle around the cave. I kid you not.
Wow. What do you think that meant?
Like he was showing me, because the eagle is a symbol for ancient Egypt. It's a symbol of the ancients from Mexica, Mexico. Their
Yeah.
flag has an eagle on it. um and the eagle is symbol for power, authority. But what are eagles known for? The eagles are known for their what?
Their
Who
eye,
knows?
eagle eye.
Ah, bingo. The eagles are known for their eyes. And this eagle comes, I kid you not, I was so shocked because I'm like, hold on, we don't see eagles around here. And the eagle stayed right here. And it kept, you know how eagles go in a circle and then to push themselves higher?
Yeah.
They go like this and then they push against the not the currents, but the turbulence. And they use the turbulence to go higher. And he was just going up, 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 and just pushing against the forces. And then he started circling here. And I just stood there like, where the hell did he come from? And he kept circling. And while that was happening, the mountain kept saying to me, and by the way, Puck Elf, that's in this area, the N word. The mountain kept saying to me, we enter the underworld through the left eye. We enter the underworld through the left eye. So I'm going to look up Eye of Tahuti and, of course, a portal, because I kept saying, what does that mean? What does that mean? A portal and the Eye of Tahuti. So I'm going to look that up. I wanted to show you guys that, right? Before we got there, we showed you that. I've showed you guys this one before. You guys remember this one? Do you guys remember this one?
I don't remember this one.
You don't
I
remember
don't.
this one? This was the first one who started to communicate with me when I moved to this area. And this was the first one who told me there are giants in this. Well, not giants, but titans in this area. Dean Thorpe, I have to go look into this. So I don't know what it means. Ah, okay. I see what you're saying. So, Jesus said, unless thine eye be single. Ooh, I got to write that down because I got to find out the meaning of this thing. Unless thine eye be single. Okay. So that would make sense. Yeah. He said you enter the underworld through the left eye. So you probably enter heaven with the right. And then Jesus comes along and said, unless thine eye be single. Right? So this one is the first one that ever started to communicate with me. When I got to this area, I just decided to take a bus around the area, right? And something I said, you know what, let me go walking. And I went walking, and all of a sudden, I just see this mountain. His eyes lit up. Okay? This is at an angle. You gotta like, when you go and you stand in front of him, his eye lights up, and you see him staring at you with fire in his eyes. So he was the first one that began to communicate with me. And of course, at the top, broadcasting tower. So I believe, right? I believe that these mountains are communicating, and they're using these broadcast towers to amplify the sound. And that's why I'm actually able to hear them. Because remember, I got technology in my body, right? So a lot of people may not be able to hear them, but I do, right? So that's that mountain. That was one of the first mountains. I'm going to show you guys another video. I want you guys to see this one. All right, let me know if you guys see this one. She's huge. Okay. These, I think, are all ancient sacred sites. And I'm going to tell you the story of Tslit. in a minute, but I want you guys to see the sacred mountains in this area. Single eye, single-minded, exactly. Unless thine eye be single, able to make a choice and not waver. Do you guys see the female titan that is this mountain? Do you guys see her?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see her? You see her here? Follow my mouse. This is her here. Let's see here. Let's mark up. I'm going to put it this color, right? You see her here? You see her here, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. You see her eyes? Hi, Sim. You see her eyes? You see her eyes? You people in the audience, are you seeing this? Okay, let's map out her nose. She has a broad, flat nose. Oh, I'll clear that over. See her nose? Okay, and her mouth is really interesting because her mouth is kind of like she has a little attitude. Look at her mouth. You think this is pareidolia? And then her hair comes down here. And her hair comes down here. Does this look like pareidolia to you?
That's amazing.
Okay, by the way, we can hike up this mountain. And we are going to hike up this mountain. Okay?
Wow, that'll be cool.
Yep, you see the hiking trail right here? Follow my
Yeah.
pointer. You see it? We're going to hike up this sacred mountain when we do it. This is something you want to see, guys. You see that? Does that look like pareidolia to you? I'm going to get rid of the markings, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now do you see her?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's amazing. It looks sad. It looks like it has a sad mouth. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's
Like something pissed her off, right?
yeah.
You guys seeing this? Okay. We're going to get to the story in a second. I'm building up to it, okay? All right, so this one was close to an ancient mine. Do you see this one?
There's multiple ones here, right?
Yeah, there's a big giant one staring at you too.
I see it. I definitely see it. Yeah, that's amazing.
You see it? Look at the brow.
Yeah, and there's the eyes and the nose and yeah.
Yeah, the eyes. Eyes. Then the nose. And then the mouth. You guys see this one?
Yeah.
And this one. Oh, this one. When I started to take its picture, I kid you not. I mean, you guys got to come here and take out your camera. Okay? This was barely showing up when I first saw it, right? And when I pulled out my camera, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It started to show up and literally brought forth form. You see this part right here?
Yeah.
It looks like it's wearing a crown. Look at this. See it?
Yeah.
The eyes started to open up when you aim your camera at them. It's as if they start to wake up. You guys have to be here to experience this. Because if I tell you, you're not going to believe me. I can only show you pictures. But when you come, you will see. When you pick up your camera and you aim your camera at them, all of a sudden, it's like the rocks come alive. Like, oh my God, they recognize me. And then they start showing off. I kid you not. Then they start showing off and they all start coming out. Okay? I don't know what rock formations these are, to tell you the truth. Now take a look at these ones. Do you see these ones looking up to heaven?
Yeah.
Look at this. Nose, let me show you. Nose, 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 mouth, 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 mouth. And they're all looking up to heaven like Easter Island. Do you see them?
Yeah. That's amazing.
You guys see the nostrils? The giant nostrils, they all look like Easter Island carving. And the mouth. And they're looking up to heaven like this. This one, you can clearly see the eyes of this one. Look at this one here. You see his eyes?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a coincidence? Do you think this is a coincidence?
No.
I don't think so either. This is another sacred site. And by the way, these are gigantic. Okay? There's a couple more I want to show you. Now, let me get to some really interesting videos that I think you guys would find fascinating. This one I think is one of the most fascinating ones. Let's see if your eyes are good, okay? Tell me, who do you see in this video? I took this myself in the local state park. Who do you see? Watch the entire mountain. Who do you see? Who do you see?
I don't know. It's amazing though. It's a beautiful landscape. What am I looking for? I'm seeing something. I see a woman, I think.
Okay.
Or no.
He's sleeping. Okay, Maya. Maya, my king. Who is my king, Puck? Elf King? I don't know. Okay, let me show you a picture. Let me show you a picture. This is a picture of him. Notice the road.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
So who do you see now? Ah! Who do you see?
Wow.
And he's right here where I live. Akhenaten. But I want to show you guys something. Let me show you something. Now, let's zoom in because I want you to see this, right? Look, up here is one eye. Okay? Follow me. Up here is one eye. Let's zoom in. The eye, the nose bridge, the nose, the top of the mouth, the bottom of the lip, and the pharaonic beard. Everyone agrees?
Oh, now I see it. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I
let's
see
zoom
it.
back in again. Up
Yeah, I
here,
see it.
right, it's one eye with the Egyptian eyeliner. All right. Up here is one eye. Okay. The nose bridge, the nose, top of the lip, the bottom lip, the pharaonic chin. Right? That's the male. Everyone, if you can see this, press 1. Now I'm going to wake you up. Because I started off slow, but now it's time for us to get into the mix. Press 1 if you saw that. Press 1. Okay, thank you. Only one person saw it?
We have like 40 people watching, so I'm sure, you know.
All right, so let's watch this. Now that's the male eye. Now look at this. There's a female in here. Do you see the female eye? Do you see the eye
Yeah.
down here? Do you see her nose goes straighter? Look at this. Then her mouth ends here. You see that?
Yeah.
So it's male and female, but then there's a third one. That looks like a child. Do you see this? And then the
Yeah.
nose goes straight here, and then the mouth is smaller because it's a child. Father, mother, child. Zoom out. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Do you
That's
still think it's
amazing.
do you still think it's pareidolia?
This is amazing. This is I don't even know what to say. This is like it's just this is amazing that these are there. But I'm still wondering, like, can they ever get unfrozen, or like what do they say about like what's going on? You know?
I'll tell you the story of what they told me to tell humanity, and I'm going to tell humanity. But before I tell humanity, I'm going to show you guys another photo. Okay. Now that's a photo that incorporates the head, the chin, the chest, and then the body. And the body is part male, part female, because the female and the male are one, and I think the female is pregnant. Okay. Okay. Now that's, look at it right here. And I will take you guys, when we come, we will go to see him. I'll tell you the story of how I saw him. So I go to the park, right? I only went to that park once. Then somebody said to me, I by accident, I realized, I was like, oh my God, the park is on the other side. So I go to the park and I start walking. I was like, oh, oh, okay. Walking in the park, taking some pictures. And then all of a sudden, God is my witness, this happened to me. I stop. So I'm heading deep into the park like this direction. And I'm walking. And I start going, I said, Pharaoh. God is my witness, I said this. I said, Pharaoh, I can sense you. I said, but I can't see you. Where are you? I can sense you, but I can't see you. I turn around, and in front of me was in this mountain. I had passed him. As you can see the road here. Okay? So I got way past him. And that's when I said to myself, I said, I'm sensing a Pharaoh. I said, but I'm looking in front of me like, where are you? Where are you? You can see from the picture. I'm telling you the truth. I turned around and there he was. There he was. Okay? Let me show you the video so you know I took this myself. Because some people are going to say, oh, she didn't take the picture and she's faking. No, you guys are going to see this. This is the video. I took this. So you see the road is flat. Okay. Now I'm trying to tilt him so he looks like he's standing. Now I'm tilting him so you see the road begins to tilt. You see the size of this thing?
It's amazing.
Yes, he did. He also had a weird chest, weird hips, and he had a bust. Yes, he did in real life. And look at this thing. It looks like it has a bust. Okay. So I wanted to take you guys to these sacred sites. In real life, Akhenaten was depicted as having like a little bit more breasts, a little bit more hips. Okay. And in this mountain, the breast and he had like a little pouch under his stomach. And the video and this mountain depicts exactly how Akhenaten is depicted. You think that's a coincidence? He did look androgynous because many said he was a female. That's what many said. And if you look at the mountain, you see the androgyny in the mountain. Even though I think it was genetic, I think it was just genetic deformity from them inbreeding. You know, it's right there. And this, by the way, I think this one is his shoulder. And this is a mound. And all of this is military. Think about what I just said. Military. Let's check out this one. Hold on. We did that one. We did that one, right? Did we do this one? We did this one, right? This is when it's a little bit darker and you can see his form. You see it? And it's made to look like a pregnancy. You guys see it?
Yeah, I see.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you from here to here is about a mile, maybe even more. Okay? From his beard to the top of his head is about a mile. Okay? You guys see this? Okay, before we get there, we're going to take a look at. So this, I want to ask you guys a question. What do you think could carve something like that thousands of years ago? What do you guys think could carve something like that? Now, this is another mountain. On the other side of the mountains. Do you guys see a lion? He's partially deformed. Do you see a lion's mane?
Yeah, I see that.
Yes, erosion. You see his eyes? His nose broke off. Okay. Now, look at this. This is a house down here in the valley. There's a house. You guys know how big a house is, right? I don't have to tell you how big a house is.
So these mountains are enormous.
Okay, thank you. If this is a house, what the hell built this? Okay, now check this out. Follow my mouse. Right eye. Follow my mouse. Right eye. Left eye. Nose. Mouth. Face. Looking west. Do you see the face?
Yeah.
Now look at this. If this is a house and this is a face, what the hell carved this? Or better yet, lasered this. Yes, there are two faces. This is the second one. But it's the face of a lion. This is the male lion. This is the female lion. And then this is the face of the god. Linda, go out and come back in. Do you guys see the face? Now let's do some perspective here. This is a house, right? Down here. It's a house down here in the valley, okay? A building down here in the valley. You know, in terms of height, a building is 3 times larger than a human, okay? A building, a house is like 3 times, double or triple the height, or sometimes 4 times the height of a human, depending on the size of the house. Talking about height, okay? How big is this?
Oh, it's like 1,000 times the size of a height. It's a house.
Yep.
It's huge. It's like it's like it's unexplainable. It's enormous.
Okay, now here's my other question. What could have lasered this? I don't think we're in the realm of giants. I think we're in the realm of the titans. And I think there was a race of titans on the earth. I think they got wiped out. And they were replaced by the giants, who were wiped out. And then they were replaced by the tall ones, who were wiped out. And then they turned to us, who they are now wiping out. Which was the message the mountains gave me. We were once free like you. And then they came. No, this is not Tartaria. This is not Tartaria. I think this is way before Tartaria. Tartaria is big buildings. Tartaria is not megaliths carved into mountains. But good guess. I'm just happy you're thinking, but I don't think this is Tartaria. I think this is before anything known as Tartaria existed. Okay? These are megaliths. What could have carved this? And let me ask you a question. Do you think something that carved this, okay? Do you think something that carved this? Zeus, now you're thinking Andromedan. Do you think something that carved this can have sex with a 5 foot tall woman?
It's so funny. Yeah, it's impossible.
Okay. Isn't that something? You think something this size can have sex with a 5 foot tall woman to produce a giant? We've been lied to, people. Like, really, we've been lied to, right? Look at this. This is the valley below. We're going to go there. And this is the guardians on top. And how long have they been here? Okay, and now they're waking up to tell their story. Now we're going to get to my favorite. But I want to introduce her and her story in a video. This is Sle Tapa Cl. Yes, Titan. Do you see her?
Yeah.
Watch her eyes. Let me show you her eyes. You got to stare into her eyes because she tells you the story through her eyes. Okay, I'm going to show you some really crazy stuff with this mountain. Her name is Sle Tapa Cl, and she has a message for the world. Okay, this is her eye here. And notice the left eye is always the eye that's messed with. This is the left eye. And I'm going to zoom in and show you that left eye. Okay, let me write her name. I'm going to have to break it down for you. Okay. Her name is Sle Tapa Cl. Okay? Sle Tapa Cl. And we're going to watch a video of her before I introduce you to her story. Quickly. Do you see her?
Yeah.
Welcome, fire. Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes. Her eyes are going to begin to wake up. Look at her eyes. They're going to begin to wake up and stare at you. Stare at me. You see it? It's coming out. Do you see her eyes are beginning to come out? Towards the end. How could a mountain do that? All right? So the story of Sle Tapa Cl. Let me show you another angle. This is her at an angle. Okay? Tell me what you see begin to stare at you. This is her here. at a side angle. What are you seeing? Do you see 100% human? Do you see something that looks 100% human staring at you when you move at an angle?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what I'm seeing, but I see it for sure.
Look, this is her side angle. This is her eye. And this is the next eye. This is her hair. See?
Yeah.
Don't you see something that looks like it genetic tampering?
Could be. Yeah.
Like a human mixed with something?
Yeah.
A little serpentine. Yes, there is a face on the right side. Yes, there is. And I'm going to zoom into the face on the right. Just give me a second. Do you see something a little serpentine staring back at you? No? Let me freeze. Look.
I do.
And not just serpentine. Don't you see a lion staring back at you? A cobra. Yes. It's a living mountain. Yes. You guys are seeing it with your own two eyes. I took these videos. And I will take you there for you to see this spectacle with your own two eyes. And you're going to stand there shocked when you see this. Don't you see like something like it? She shifts into like part human. Even you could see the hint of a Sasquatch staring at you. Don't you guys see it?
Yeah.
And then you stare again. And you're like, that looks like a serpent. And then you stare again and you're like, wait, hold on. No, that's a lion. And then you stare again. And then you're like, that looks like Akhenaten. Do you begin to see the pharaonic crown? Watch it. Follow my mouse. Do you see the pharaonic crown? Keep staring. So let's watch this video again, and I'm going to tell you the story as we watch this video. Okay, watch. You begin to see a pharaonic crown with a serpent, with the cobra at the top. And then the cobra morphs, the shadow of the cobra, watch this, morphs into a great ape. Look at this, the head of the great ape. Let's do this. Watch this. I want you guys to see this, how this mountain shapeshift. Look at this. You see the head of, no, not a great ape, a baboon. You see the head of the baboon here, and then the back. Are you guys seeing it?
Yeah. That's interesting.
You see the brow of the baboon. You see the brow?
Yeah.
And then you see the nose, the snout of the baboon, and then the mouth, right? Look at this. And then the head of the baboon, and then the back. And then the arm. Why is this in a mountain? Why is this in a mountain? Puck, you got to stare into the eyes here, and you will see the shape shifting. She's shape shifting right in front of your face. Dean, to answer that question, you got to remember this mountain is not just 1,000 years old or 100 years old. These mountains used to be under the sea 500 million years ago. Okay? For it to survive this long and these images are still here, I think they're pretty advanced. Okay? But it's your opinion. But like I said, can you create something that can survive being under salt water 500 million years ago and still be able to see what's there today? I don't think so.
It's
But that's your
amazing.
opinion. Okay? That's your opinion. And I'm not here to criticize anyone's opinion. Now, I'm going to show you Sle Tapa Cl. It's the same mountain. The same mountain at a different angle. Okay? I'm going to zoom in on her left eye. Notice I tilted my camera at an angle. So look at the trucks. Do
Oh
you
my
see a
God, those
woman?
trucks look so small compared to her.
Okay, this is a different angle, right? And this is her left eye. I tilted the camera. Don't you see a woman with short hair and her two eyes bulging out of her head looking down?
Yeah.
That's Slit's left eye. Let me zoom in and show you. Let's edit. Let's mock her up.
Oh my God.
Now you see her.
Oh my God, that's insane.
This is her hair.
That's insane.
Do you see her hair?
Wow.
Do you see her eyes?
Yeah.
Her eyes are bugged out. Why would her eyes be bugged out? Do you see her nose? Yes, there are two heads in this photo. There are. And look at her mouth. Her mouth is all messed up. Like her tongue is like, what do you think happened to her? Now it's time for me to tell you her story. And look at her body. Her body is bound. And that's where we begin the story. Her body is cocooned, mummified. Look, wrapped up. You see it?
Yeah.
What's her story? She began to tell me her story. And she said to me, this is another mountain. She said to me, you have a message to tell the human race. She said, your problem is not with the four-letter word, the people of the four-letter word. You type it. She said, your problem is the shapeshifters among them. Listen carefully to the message she gave me. She said, many moons ago, the pharaohs, what you call the pharaohs, came to this region. She said, and they brought enlightenment. They brought civilization to this region. Rob, you need to sleep.
Uh,
You're
what's
falling
that?
asleep, brother. You're falling asleep.
No, I'm here.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. She said that the pharaohs came to this region and they brought enlightenment to the region and they mated among them and they produced offspring. She said, but many of them left. And she said, after they left, a group came and they thought they were the Egyptians. What they call the Egyptians. I don't call them Egyptians. I call them the people of Kemet because the Greeks called them Egyptians. The Egyptians didn't call themselves Egyptians. She said another group came pretending to be the people of Kemet, or what the Greeks called Egypt. And she said, we let them in and we mated with them. She said it wasn't until they got our DNA. Listen to what she said. She said, after they got our DNA, she said, then, listen carefully. She said, then they taught us how to perform blood sacrifice to the gods. She said, this is not our way. She was the great queen of this area. She said, this is not our way. We do not perform blood sacrifice to gods. She was captured and she was hanged. And from this photo, there's another face in here. His face is to the side, right here. This is his nose. Okay? I want you guys to see, and this is his mouth. His mouth is open and he's in anguish. This is his other eye here. Okay? When I remove the markings, you're going to see him. So the two of them who resisted, these priests who were pretending to be pharaohs, they killed the queen of this area by hanging her. And the people immortalized her and her story in stone. And she told me, she's told me many things. She said to me, there was a great war. There was a great war in this area. She said, if you go deep out into the desert, she said, you will see the marks from the weapons all over the mountains. And she said, you will find the radiation from the war that took place here many moons ago. She said, there are ancient nuclear reactors here in this region. Okay. And she said, this land, the area, was known as the land of crystal waters. I live in the desert. He said, many moons ago. She said, and we used to communicate. And there was a terrible battle with those who brought the covenant of blood sacrifice. She said it was a terrible battle that took place on this planet between those who did not want blood sacrifice and those who wanted blood sacrifice as a form of worship. She said, and they lost the battle. And the region was plunged into blood sacrifice. And she told me, she said, listen, she said, the problem you're having is not with these four-letter word people. She said, no. She said, the serpents, the shape-shifting serpents are among them. Hi, Evian. She said, the problem that you're having on this planet is that you have an infestation of shape shifters. She said they can shift from human form to animal form, an animal form to human form, and then human to beast, and then beast to human. She said, your problem is not with the four-letter word. She said, but among them is the nest of these entities. That is where these entities are hiding. Okay? So let me just remove this. Now do you see her? Now do you see them?
Oh my God, I see. Yeah, I see both. Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay? And this was her people telling her story in rock. And she said to me, she said, Renetta, she didn't call me by name, but she said, do you know, I am in this area for millions of years and no one ever recognized me. Yes, it's two heads in one body. It's two of them that were beheaded together. And that was the beheading done by the dragon, the serpent. When the serpent came to this area, and I will prove it to you, when the serpent came to this area and brought the people under blood sacrifice, and they lost the battle at that time, which was many moons ago. Now, she told me this, and then I remembered many years, 2 years ago, I was in the desert. I'm going to show you this. And I took this picture of this mountain deep in the desert. Do you see him?
Yeah, you can see the two eyes, the nose, and the mouth. He's like, it's amazing.
Deep.
That's insane.
Yep. Deep in the desert.
That looks like an Egyptian or something. That looks like,
Yes.
oh my god, the eyes look like almost like snake like. It's weird.
Yes. Yes. Do you know who this is?
No.
When I first came to this region, I went deep in the desert and we came up on a hill and I was like, oh my God, Pharaoh? I was like, what are you doing? He was the first of the first of the first of the pharaohs I encountered in this area, not knowing the ancient story of this area. Okay. And it was told to me his story that, remember I told you what Sle Tapa Cl said. She said the pharaohs came first. We mated with them. Okay. We had children with them. And then they left. She said, then another group came pretending to be pharaohs. She said, but they were serpents. And we only found out later after they wanted us to do blood sacrifice. Now, this mountain looks like an actual step pyramid. It's about a 4-hour drive to get there, but we're gonna go there. We're going there to visit this mountain on the excursion that Rob is gonna tell you guys about. Okay? We're gonna go there. Okay? The expedition, we're going there. Now, the story of this mountain matches exactly with the story of the 2 other mountains that they told me. Now, I'm not from this area, but the mountains are telling me the secrets of this area. And then when I go to the people of this area, they tell me the story. And I'm like, hey, that's what the mountain told me. Listen to the story of this mountain. The story of this mountain was a battle between not Ra, Akhenaten, no, sorry, a pharaoh and a dragon, a serpent dragon. You see this gash right here?
Yeah.
The serpent dragon slashed the pharaoh face, slashed his face. And that's how he ended up with this mark.
Wow.
Because there was a battle in this area to stop the blood cult. The cult who shed blood. The death cult. And these mountains gave me a message to the human race. They said to me, well, the reason why they're waking up is that the time of the blood covenant is over. I'm going to talk about underground. I'm above ground still, John. They said the time of the blood covenant is over. Guys, do you see this thing to the right? Do you see something that looks like a snake with its mouth open? Oh, Woo Riders, that's easy. Stopping generational curses is easy. You got to go and find the curse and remove it. I do stuff like that. Do you see this? Like a serpent rising up? Look,
Yeah.
right here. Let me outline it. It kind of looks like a Pac-Man. Mark up. Let's mark it up. Mark it in red. Look at that. You guys see that? What the hell is that? You guys see that?
Yeah. That's strange.
Okay. I'll tell you something crazy about, and don't, this part here. Which looks like the pharaonic Uraeus. I swear to God, you guys got to see this. I have pictures of this. And then when you drive past him, you see him watching you like this. I kid you not. Okay. So the message they gave me, do you guys see it?
Yeah.
And I was told this is not a mountain. They told me, the people in this area said, no, this is not a mountain. This is a pyramid. And this is a pyramid that depicted the last battle with the serpents who brought blood sacrifice to the earth. So there was a fight on this planet between those who wanted to shed blood to God and those who didn't. And there were many wars all over the planet, all over the planet, to stop this bloodshed, because it was not the original way. The bloodshed, the blood sacrifice, listen to me carefully, is what is keeping the karmic cycle going. The blood sacrifice is keeping the karmic cycle going. After you are done on earth, you should elevate and your spirit should ascend. But we're not ascending because there's something that's keeping us bound and coming back. Bound and coming back. Bound and coming back. Bound and coming back. It's that damn blood covenant. It's shedding blood for a deity. Okay? And they've told me to tell the world that the time of the blood covenant is coming to an end. You are not to shed blood for a deity. You're not to kill and give any deity, any animal, or any human's blood. It is a trap. Now, let me tell you what happened. So I went and I did a regression. There's a lot of trolls here today. Like, seriously. Okay. There's a lot of trolls in your chat today. Like, seriously? Anyway.
Yeah, I
So,
thought there would be some moderators in here, but I don't know what's going on. Like, I can.
no, that's fine. I'll just ignore them. Okay, so I went and I did a regression with James, right? So I ended up under the mountain of Tslit. And this is where we'll end. Well, I'll answer some questions before we end. Okay. And I ended up under this mountain, and there was this chamber that was shut off with like an energy field. Okay. And I went past the energy field and I got into this chamber. And inside of the chamber were gold artifacts. But James was like, Renetta, walk around. And I came across this black sun. It was fused. It was a black stone fused into the wall. You can have any opinion you want. I really don't care about your opinions. It was fused into a wall. Okay. And I got the sense that the military tried to turn. I got the sense that the military tried to turn this thing on because it was a black sun and it should have been turned on. And once turned on, no, Puck, you can stay. Puck, you're entitled to your opinion. But some of your opinions at times seems like you're trolling. Why would you leave? It's your opinion. But at times it just seems like you're trolling. It's not a big deal. You can say whatever the hell you want. I'm not 2 years old. If you agree, you agree. You don't agree, you don't agree. That's but at times it just seems like, are you trolling? You don't have to leave, my dear. I'm not that like weak-willed, I've been around a long time. Don't leave. So anyway, so it's like there was a black sun under there. And I felt like the military, because this whole area is military, right? They tried to turn this thing on and it caused them a massive amount of problems underneath. You know what? I saw this thing and I told James. But I didn't put two and two together that 11,000 Nazis came to this area after World War II. They came to this base after World War II. And I didn't realize that until today. And I just realized that the Nazi spirituality is around a black sun. Now, Sle, from what I gather, Okay, you see? Now you see what I'm saying? Now this person is trolling. Pull the race card next. She's a troll. Like, who's talking about race?
I'm putting him in timeout.
Yeah, like,
I'm not dealing with that. It's
yeah.
like,
Like, did you hear me mention anything about race?
no.
No. Why would I pull a race card? She is a troll. Anyway, you are a troll. And they're there so that people don't listen. You see? What they do is they come in and they steer the conversation away. And let me tell you what they've been doing. All of my hard work that I'm putting in, I'm going out there, I'm finding these sites and I'm bringing these things to these people. And then all these truthers, their handlers, are bringing in people and telling them, no, 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 no. Look in this direction. Okay? No, no, Dean. No. Puck was being a troll. Okay? Puck was being a troll. Like, really. And this person was trolling so that people don't listen to what we're trying to share. Okay? There's no reason to pull the race card when no one is talking about race. Okay? So let's continue back to something important here, right? So, bye-bye. Troll somewhere else or grow up. But back to serious stuff. So I'm under regression. I'm underground and I'm under this area. I go into this chamber, and in this chamber is this black sun. And I say to James, I'm like, James, I don't want to say this, but there's a black sun fused into a wall under here. So James is like, black sun? I'm like, yeah, black sun. Right? So James is like, oh my God. And I said, I have a feeling it's like it's black, a black shiny, it's a beautiful black stone. And I said to James, I said, James, I feel like they tried to turn it on. And when they did, like, it caused them a lot of problems, the military, because the military is this whole area. It caused them a lot of problems. And the military was like, no, 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 no. And then they sealed off the whole area. And they shielded it. Nah, it's okay, Wu Riders. And then they shielded it so people couldn't go in. Now, I didn't realize until just now that 11,000 Nazis under Project Paperclip were brought to this area.
Wow.
The symbol, yeah, I just realized this. And the symbol of the Nazis is the black sun. But it gets crazier. Everyone look on the screen. What's my name?
Black Sunrise.
You think that's a coincidence?
That's insane. That's it's amazing. That's wow. So like what do you think it means on a deeper level? What do you think's going on?
That's where we're gonna go. So I'm under there. So I come out of the regression and I go look up. I was like, Aztec black sun? What the hell? I'm like, Aztec black sun in West Texas, not realizing that the Nazis came to this region, West Texas, not realizing my name was Black Sun. You know how I picked that name? I was meditating and I was like, oh, I could use my name. And I'm like, whatever. I don't really care to use my name. But I was like, oh, pick a name. And something said to me, call yourself Black Sun Rise, but not SUNSON. Okay? Black Sun Rise, meaning let the sun rise. Okay? So not chaos. Not chaos, because notice it's sunrise. Okay? So that's how I picked it. And I picked this name in 2018. I had this, no, 2017. 2017. Okay? I had this name, Black Sunrise. And now, people say, why would you call yourself Black Sun? Do you know what that means? I'm like, it has nothing to do with the Nazi Black Sun. So here I am today from 2017 to 2024. I'm in regression and I see a black sun somewhere underground in the region where I am. So I come out of regression, right? Watch this. So let me zoom in so you can see what's on the screen. Okay. The black sun in Mesoamerican mythology has many meanings. Now, Sle Tapa Cl is Aztec. Okay. Among them, it is connected to the god Quetzalcoatl. Remember her name is Sle Tapa Cl. The god is Quetzalcoatl. His brother is Tezcatlipoca. And I'm going to tell you a story about these two. Watch this. So the black sun is associated with the god Quetzalcoatl and his penetration into the underworld. Remember when I was standing in front of that mountain where the left eye cratered? And I told you the mountain started telling me we enter the underworld through the left eye.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell does that mean? It means a portal, right? Watch this. His penetration in the underworld through the west door. The west door. Does anyone know where I live? I live in West Texas. Far West Texas. The west door. Where I live, the city translates to the path or a door. It's not called la puerta, but the translation is the path or the path, meaning a pathway to go through, right? After his diurnal passage on the sky, okay, watch this. Some scholars regard the mythological, it's not mythological, black sun as the ancient female origin, but this is what I want you guys to hear. The Aztecs associated the passage of the black sun on its nightly journey through the underworld with the image of a butterfly. When James had me under regression, I said, James, why do I keep seeing these gigantic butterflies? I have it recorded, people. I have it recorded. The butterfly, in turn, is an archetypal symbol of transcendental soul transformation and mythical birth. Whereas also seen in the figure of the frightening goddess, Itzpapalotl, or the obsidian butterfly. I did not see an obsidian butterfly, but I did see a butterfly. But I did see a portal. Now, why is this important? Ra said that he left the east. Ra left the east. He took a boat to the sea that was under the earth. Listen carefully. When he got to the west, Apophis, the sea serpent, came up from under the sea and fought him in a battle. His brother, and listen, he went through a gate into the underworld, took a boat, drove through the waters of the underworld, and got to the west in the underworld. He fought in the underworld a giant serpent, and his brother Seth had to help him. He said this battle took place in the west. What? Quetzalcoatl penetrated the underworld using a black sun in the west door. The west door. Hold on. How is Ra fighting a battle in the underworld through a path that leads to the west? And how is Quetzalcoatl using a door in the west to enter the underworld? Now watch this. Quetzalcoatl, now Ra fought Apophis the serpent. The Apophis the serpent wanted what? Apophis the serpent would eat humans. Apophis is Leviathan that would feed off of the blood of humans. Quetzalcoatl has a brother. Now they told you Quetzalcoatl's worship is blood sacrifice. No, it was his brother Tezcatlipoca. Okay, Quetzalcoatl had a brother. The brother was called Tezcatlipoca. Tezcatlipoca was a serpent, his twin brother. Both Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca were born of a virgin. Sounds familiar? Tezcatlipoca and his brother were born of a virgin. One of them, listen carefully, wanted the human race to worship God with blood sacrifice. Quetzalcoatl said, no, we want to give them knowledge. The two had a war in the underworld. Now, here's what's crazy. Ra said he battled Apophis in the underworld in the west. Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca battled in the west. You know what's crazy? Ra said he took a boat, and he took a boat under the earth and traveled under the earth in a boat. Do you know the city I live in has a giant ocean under it?
Wow.
It's a desert above, but it has a giant ocean under it. Only my city has this. I don't care what you think, Wu Reina. Are you speaking to me, Wu Riders? I
Yeah,
might be wrong.
he's talking to Raina because Raina said something
Oh,
ridiculous and I had to delete it. Or not. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was like, I'm sorry, Wu Riders. I'm so sorry. Okay, because guys, since I've been bringing this, the blood cult, the people who worship Yahweh, because Yahweh is Enlil. Yahweh is the one who brought this blood sacrifice that has destroyed this planet. Okay, it has destroyed the human race. And I wanted the human race to know that the ancients told me the time of the blood sacrifice is over. We're ending it. That's it. The human race has to elevate. Enki and Enlil of Sumer, Babylon, is Ra and Apophis for the Africans, is Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca. It's the same entity.
Wow.
One wanted to bring us human beings knowledge to elevate the planet, how to take care of the planet, how to elevate and how to ascend. The other one wanted to bring us blood sacrifice in the form of worship to pull us down, bound us to the planet so that we will never ascend and we constantly reincarnate. People, reincarnation is not good. It's not good. Reincarnation is a soul trap. And the reason why the soul trap keeps happening is because of that damn covenant of blood. And the gatekeeper of this blood covenant, I'm not yelling at you, I'm getting passionate now. The gatekeeper of this blood covenant is the followers, not so much the followers, but the priest class of the people who follow Yahweh. Let me say this again. The gatekeepers of the followers of the blood cult, the bloodlust, the mass killing of humans, the shedding of blood of humans, the shedding of blood of these animals, are the priest class of Yahweh, who is Enlil, who is Tezcatlipoca. And the message they gave me is they said, that's it. The time of this contract is over. It's over. It's over. It is over. Funny enough, this area that I live, now one of the forms of sacrifice that Yahweh and Tetzcatlipoca and Enlil, and the god Leviathan. One of the forms of sacrifice that they do is cattle sacrifice.
Oh
I
my God, the
live,
cattle mutilations.
bingo, I live in cattle country. Do you know the sacrifice Yahweh, who is Enlil, who is Tetzcatlipoca, and his priests? The main sacrifice of Yahweh, who is Enlil, who is Tetzcatlipoca, the one who brought this wicked covenant to the earth, that has trapped us in the cycle of reincarnation and we're not ascending. His main sacrifice is cattle. I live in cattle country. Do you know what they did to the cattle last week
What
in
they
this
do?
region? They activated the satellite, the Eye of Sauron, and they literally mass murdered the cattle in this area by burning them alive. That, my friend, is Yahweh. Yahweh's worship. Yahweh is Enlil. Yahweh is Enlil. Yahweh is Enlil. Yahweh is Tetzcatlipoca. Read the Old Testament. Yahweh loves korban. Does anyone know what a korban is? Does anyone know what a korban is? A korban is a burnt offering. Yahweh likes burnt cattle. And last week, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. You'll see how much we sell. Texas fires kill. You think it's a joke? More than 7,000 cows have died in Texas panhandle wildfires. You know how they kill them? Let me show you. And they're going to say, oh, she's twisting scripture. Let me show you who builds these weapons, who gives the priests of Yahweh. Let me show you who gives the priests of Yahweh the knowledge to build these weapons. Let me show you. I'm not twisting scriptures. I'm telling you who Yahweh is. And if you don't wake up, that Yahweh brought to you a death cult on this planet, you're going to have a problem. The word is korban. Before I show you that, korban. Korban doesn't mean victim. It means burnt offering. That's what a korban means. The term korban, watch this, primarily refers to sacrificial offerings given from humans to God for the purpose of doing homage, winning favor, securing pardon. You see the priests? The priests are the ones who perform the korban, the burnt offerings. Let me show you, if you think that Yahweh is your friend, let me show you who gave the priest class the knowledge of how to build these satellites. Where did they get the metals to build these satellites that are burning the planet down? You see what's going on in Haiti? It's Haitian iridium. They stole the iridium from the Haitians. They stole Haiti's gold. They stole Haiti's oil. And then they sent in the UN to inject the Haitians with poison. Do you know that the children of Yahweh are the ones behind what is going on in Haiti? You see, they don't tell you that in the news. They just tell you, oh, the Haitians are cannibals. But let me show you. You don't believe me? Let me prove it to you. The satellites. Okay? Look at this. Okay. Elon Musk's satellites are built with iridium. Starlink operates with relatively high frequency, Ka and Ku bands. Unlike iridium, Starlink do not directly connect. Hold on. Okay. SpaceX launches final 10 satellites for iridium. Elon Musk, this is bullshit they're telling you here. Elon Musk's satellite is made of iridium. Iridium. These are the satellites, and I'm going to prove it to you who gave them this technology. Elon Musk's satellites are made of iridium. Let me show you where you find iridium. Okay? Haiti has the world's second largest iridium deposits. Let me show you what Elon Musk, all of you who's worshiping Elon Musk, and these truthers are telling you to worship Elon Musk, and then they sit back and they call Haiti. They turn around and they say the Haitians are cannibals. You made them cannibals. You made them cannibals. Haiti had gold. Where's Haiti's gold? These tribe members stole all of Haiti's gold. Where is Haiti's iridium? These tribe members, the priests of Yahweh, is in Haiti, stole Haiti's iridium. Okay? Not uranium, iridium. Okay? Let me show you where that iridium went. You want to see your incoming slavery? Let me show you. This is not a joke, people. Okay? Elon Musk's Iridium satellite network. I want you to, this is what it looks like. You see this? Does this look good? Elon Musk. Oh, he gave us free speech. I'm like, have you lost your damn mind? This is what's burning down the planet, people. This, while they sit back, these deaf blood cultists, and tell you the Haitians are cannibals. And these fake truthers don't tell you what they did to Haiti. They stole the iridium. They stole Haiti's gold. They stole Haiti's oil. And then they sent in the UN to inject the Haitians with God knows what. And you know who's orchestrating it? The priest class. The rich people who follow Yahweh are up in the Haitian hills. The ones who have citizenship in the tiny little colonizing strip in the Middle East. The colonizers in the Middle East, who Jesus said, you are not of the bloodline of Abraham. This is the Iridium network. You want to know what killed those cattle? You want to know what killed 7,000 heads of cattle? This. You want to know where he got the iridium? Haiti. You want to know where they got the knowledge to build these satellites? Let me show you. Let me show you who gave them the knowledge to build this wicked technology.
You're on fire tonight, Renetta. You know, someone even said that in the chat. You're doing. I mean, you're really bringing it tonight.
Let me show you. Let me show you who gave them the wisdom to build this wicked technology. Let me show you. So no one can say I'm making it up. Okay. Watch this. This is Yahweh. Don't tell me I'm misinterpreting this scripture. This is Yahweh. Listen to what Yahweh said. Behold, I have created the blacksmith that bloweth the coals in the fire and bringeth forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. No one can tell me Yahweh did not give them the knowledge to build this shit. It's right here. Behold, I created the weapon. I created the one who knows how to create the weapons. Who's giving them the knowledge? Who's giving them, people, the knowledge to build these weapons, to build Skynet? to uphold that wicked blood covenant. Who, people? Wake up. Who gave them this knowledge? Their God, Yahweh. Yahweh's not your friend, people. Let's get to chemtrails. She's twisting scriptures. Let me show you who gave them the knowledge of chemtrails. Let me show you. The sky above your head will become bronze, and the ground beneath your feet will become iron. That's chemtrails, people. Heavy metals falling from the sky. What do we live under? Yahweh is the one that taught them to do chemtrails. It's right there. This is how Yahweh keeps and enforces that blood, that death covenant. The covenant of blood, the covenant of death. When you see them crop dusting you over your head, it's Yahweh. He said it. I will turn the sky above your head to bronze, and the ground beneath your feet will turn to iron. Why would you worship something that does stuff like this? It's Yahweh. Why would you worship an entity that teaches people to make weapons, weapons of mass destruction? He said it right here. But he says to his people, I'm going to make the weapon. But the weapon is not going to kill my chosen people. The weapon is meant to kill us. He said it right here. Okay? This is that blood covenant. This is that war that planet has been under. Because we're under an illegal covenant. Where are your missing children? Where are your missing children? Why are there 800,000 children every year in the United States that disappears? How the hell you have traffic lights everywhere with cameras in them? How the hell you have cameras everywhere and 800,000 children disappear? Where are they going? To satisfy that death cult. But whose death cult it is? Yahweh. And the priest class of Yahweh. And they're here. They told me. They said, tell the world we're putting an end to this covenant. That's it. They stole, let me tell you, that tribe that is causing chaos in Haiti right now. And then peddling Haitian cannibals. I said, you're the fucking cannibals. Why? What does this have to do with Sle Tapa Cl? Because they killed her for fighting these death cultists. These blood curdling, these people who love to shed blood. That same tribe is in Haiti, hiding in the hills, orchestrating this shit. They injected the Haitians. They sent in the UN to mass inject the Haitians with God knows what. And then they activate them. And then they bring in the cameras to call the Haitians cannibals. And then these fucking truthers that are full of shit. They don't tell the truth on Haiti. But they peddle Haitian cannibals. And they're going to be at your border next. I said the fucking cannibals are the people who stole the Haitian iridium. Let me tell you the story of 250,000 Haitian children. That death cult stole that death cult. That death cult went to Haiti. The one in the strip in the Middle East that's colonizing the Middle East is in Haiti. They sent their medical mission to Haiti. Them and the American church. They took 250,000 Haitian children, never to be seen again. After the earthquake, they almost emptied the entire island of Haiti's children until the president had to go online to CNN and say they're emptying Haiti of the children. Who is behind this? That death cult that's colonizing the Middle East. And who is this death cult? I'm going to tell you what Jesus called them. What did Jesus say about them? Don't come to tell me they're of Abraham, because Jesus said you are not of Abraham. You are not of Abraham. Jesus told you. Abraham is our father, they answered. If you were Abraham's children, Jesus said, then they should say, then you would recognize me. That's what it's supposed to say. They claim the land is theirs. No, it's not. Jesus told you, you are not of Abraham. They do not recognize Jesus. They hate Jesus. Why do they hate Jesus? Because Jesus told you, but you weren't paying attention. What did Jesus say? Jesus said to them, if you were Abraham's children, you would be doing the works Abraham did. Jesus said, if you were Abraham's children, you would do his work. If you were Abraham's children, you would do his work. You're not of Abraham. Now, what did Jesus say they were? What did Jesus say they were? Jesus says, as it is, you are looking for a way to kill me, a man who has told you the truth that I heard from God. Abraham did no such thing. Abraham doesn't murder. What are they doing in the Middle East? Murder. How could you be Abraham? How could you descend from Abraham? These are the serpents that's in Haiti. These are the serpents that Sle sent me to warn you about. What did Jesus say? Let me show you. What did Jesus say about them? You brood of vipers. How did Jesus describe them? Jesus said, I know what you are. You're snakes. Abraham doesn't murder. The children of Abraham don't murder. What are you doing in the Middle East? You're not just murdering. You're mass murdering. Jesus said you could never be of Abraham. But yet, they worship these people. Let's see what Jesus said about them. Jesus said, you're a brood of snakes. Jesus said, how can you who are evil say anything good? Jesus called them vipers. Let me show you what controls religion. You think I'm making this up? Okay. Sle said to me, your problem are shape-shifting snakes. And the nest of the shape-shifting snake is the snakes that slithered their way into the Middle East and is colonized it now. We fought, Sle said to me, we fought them on this land. Watch this. You don't believe that religion is controlled by snakes. Jesus told you 2,000 years ago, religion is controlled by serpents. Jesus told you. Jesus told you. You're dealing with snakes. Explain this. Look at this. Look. Sle Tapa Cl. She said you're dealing with shape-shifting snakes. When you look at the DNA, let me pull it up because you're not going to believe until I show it to you. I'm going to show you the DNA. I'm going to show you the DNA. I'm just going to show you the DNA. Okay? You don't believe me? You're going to learn tonight that what I encountered in those mountains was the ancients warning me. The ancients said to me, you're not dealing with people. The nest of snakes is among those people. Look at this building. Look at this building. Look at the words of Jesus. You brood of vipers. Jesus saw what they were. He was telling the people, you're dealing with snakes. What is Slit's message among those people that are colonizing the Middle East? They're not human. We fought them on this land. They defeated us. They're snakes. Look at this building. What do you see, people? This is the head of religion. But I'm going to show you something even more crazy. I'm going to show you something even crazy. This is in Rome, right? This is in Italy, right? Watch this. Watch this, people. This is the DNA of the true rightful ruler of the land in that Middle East. This is their DNA. Now, this is not modern DNA. I want you to pay attention to this. This is ancient DNA I'm showing you. When that same brood of snakes came after me, I had to go and look at my DNA because I was told they're coming after you because there's something in your DNA. So I had to do this research. Funny enough, I went to Truther's channel and I presented to him this research from geneticists. You know what he called me? He said, I almost didn't show the video and I wanted to say she was crazy. That's what he said. And he claims to be a truther. Now he copies everything I do and tells people to do the opposite. Let me continue. This is the original people of the land. We call them Pa, but the actual pronunciation of the word is Philistine. Philistina. That is the proper pronunciation. Okay? This is their ancient DNA. Ancient, not modern, ancient. I'm going to tie this back to that serpent hole. Okay? The closest DNA of these people is Canaanite, Semite. It is less than 10, 8.9. The Canaanites were the original people of the land. Look, this is not modern DNA. This is not modern DNA. This is ancient DNA. The Canaanite people are they call them Canaina. Okay? This is their DNA. Long before the colonizing snakes showed up. Look at their DNA. Their DNA is all the ancient tribes of that land before the colonizing serpent showed up. This is ancient. So you see, I'm not making this up. All right, let me show you the DNA of the serpent race. This is their DNA. This is their ancient closest DNA. Look at this. Why is this important? Bengo, a Philistina. Philistina. Why is this important? Why is this important? Why is this important? Watch this. Byzantine. Okay? Byzantium. Okay? Helen. These are the Greeks. Byzantium, which I think is Turkey, and Helen. Okay? Both of them is not Philistine. This is ancient DNA. Okay? Ancient DNA of the colonizing serpents who claim that land is theirs. Okay? Watch this. Byzantine, Rome. Hold on. Who killed Jesus? Does anyone remember who actually did? Not those who set him up to be killed. Not the people who set him up to be killed. The actual people who killed Jesus. Who killed Jesus? The Romans. Look. Look, people. Look. Look at what's in their DNA. The ancient people that killed Jesus. Look. Now do you understand this? Look. What did Jesus say? You, the religious establishment, are serpents. Look. He told you. Jesus was telling this to the religious leaders 2,000 years ago. He said, you are not of Abraham. I know what you are. You are snakes. That is what you are. Now look. This is in Rome. You think this is a coincidence? Now look. Rome. Now do you understand what we're up against? Now do you understand what is in that region? Now do you understand who these people are? Is it beginning to make sense? Look at the DNA. Look at the DNA. This is their ancient DNA. No ties to that land whatsoever. It's right there. And Jesus said, you're dealing with snakes. The people didn't listen. Sle Tapa Cl is saying, you're dealing with snakes. Will the people wake up and listen this time? You're dealing with snakes, and the nest is in the people. That Jesus said, you're not of Abraham. Because if you were of Abraham, you'd be doing his works. Abraham doesn't go around killing people. He told you. Jesus said, a thief goes over the wall. The owner of the sheep goes through the gate. Abraham did not mass murder the people and took their land. Abraham, let me show you how Abraham got his plot of land in the land of Canaan. Why is this important? Because it goes back to what we're dealing with. Let me show you how Abraham got the land. Let me show you how he got the land. You think this doesn't add up? Abraham didn't do small-scale pogroms on the people. Okay, we're going to kill 50,000 this year. 3 years later, we kill 100,000. 4 years later, we kill 400,000. 5 years later, we're going to kill them off little by little. That is not what Abraham did to get the land. Read what he did to get the land. Why is this important? You're dealing with snakes under a wicked blood covenant. Genesis 23. She died at Kiriath Arba. That is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. Hold on, wait. Oh, whoa. It didn't say. What land do you see? People, this is their Bible that they don't read. Why is it important to throw their words in their face? When they come to tell you, I stand with this one, I stand with this one, I say, bullshit, you haven't read your words. Why is this important? Because you're dealing with snakes, people. We're dealing with snakes. What is the land called? What is the name of the land called? Everyone type the name of the land. I'm not going to move until you type it, and then I'm done.
Yeah, we've been going over 2 hours. I gotta take off.
Yeah. It's right here. The land was called Canaan. Why is this important? Really? Why? Do you guys see it on the screen? Abraham, she died in Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, in the land of Canaan. Wait, hold on. Where do we see Canaan? Hold on. Where do we see Canaan? The Palestinian DNA, Canaanite. Who does the land belong to? Was Sarah buried in, or was Sarah buried in Canaan? Was Sarah buried there, or was Sarah buried in Canaan? Sarah was buried in Canaan. And whose DNA holds Canaanite, 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 Canaanite? Right here. Right here. Let me show you. I'll finish up and I'll wrap up with this because this is what's important. Abraham said, I am an alien and a stranger among you. What? Abraham never said this was my land. Abraham said, I am an alien and a stranger among you. Watch how Abraham got the land. Sell me property. Sell me property. Did he say mass murder? Did he say blow up babies? You're dealing with snakes. And that is the message. But the powerful ones gave me a message to give to you. We're bringing this covenant to an end. And they're just going to have to deal with it. No, angel, is deeper than preserving his legacy. Abraham brought the land because that was the custom of foreigners. And they wanted to give. If you read the story, the Philistine prince said, you are a prince among us. And Abraham said, no, sell me the land. You know why he said, sell me the land? He said, because I wanted a clear title. No one can fight over the land because I have the title deed. But what's important? What did Abraham call the land? Canaan. Where is that DNA found? Palestinians. Why is that important? Abraham said, I am an alien, meaning it wasn't his land. The land belonged to the Canaanites, and it's right there in their book. Why is this important? You're dealing with snakes. And when you deal with snakes, you better listen to Jesus. Jesus said, snakes do not come through the gate. They come over the wall. They come over a wall. You're dealing with snakes. And that is the message the ancients gave me to give you. You're dealing with an ancient snake.
Wow. Well, this was amazing, Renata. I don't know if they're going to let this stay on YouTube. Honestly, this went really deep, but I mean, it was amazing. I'm glad we got it on Rumble too. But I mean, do you want to tell everybody where to find you? And thank you so much.
Let's tell the people about the upcoming site.
Yeah.
Ancient. Yeah. Go ahead.
So yeah, we're gonna be going. We're gonna be going. I think it's gonna be like my channel, Renata's channel, and then maybe James Rink's channel. And we're gonna do like a tour together. You know, we're gonna go to ancient rocks. Like we're gonna take groups at a time. You know what I mean? Like so, if you guys are down, if you're from the United States, I know a lot of people are watching from other countries. If you're from the United States, and because it's gonna be easier for people from the United States, unless you have like money and you can travel and you want to come to the United States and like, it's open to everybody. You know what I mean? But like, yeah. It's probably gonna be easier for people from the United States. You know, so
yeah. So really quick.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
No, really quickly, I just want to tell you how it's going to go, okay? It's an excursion, and we're going to do an excursion to these sacred sites, right? And we're looking at maybe 4 to 5 days, and I want to do like right before fall starts, okay? Because other people have other things going on. So I want to do right before fall, going to these sacred sites, and there's so many of them. And that one, the one where there was the battle deep in the desert, that's a whole day by itself. Trust me, when you come back from there, you're tired and you're like, I don't want to hear anything. Okay? So that's why I'm thinking like 5 days. And I'm thinking hotel. The whole trip will encompass hotel. I want to get extended stay hotels. The reason why I want to do extended stay hotels is that way people can prepare their own meals, like their own breakfast, if they
want. Or maybe like an Airbnb. What do you think of an Airbnb?
Or even an Airbnb. But the problem with the Airbnb is that then I'm going to be going all over to be picking people up. You see? And if you have a
Yeah.
time to leave, because remember, you got to, if people want to take photos, there are specific times you have to take these photos. Like some of the photos have to be taken early in the morning because as the sun moves over the sky, it creates a shadow and you're not going to get the shot. So that's what I'm thinking. It might be easier for everyone to stay like, within the same area.
Yeah, if we go to get a hotel that even like provides breakfast, like, but like,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, but we might not even be there for breakfast. But I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know. It could
Yeah.
be.
Whatever it is, when we say 8 o'clock time to go, 8 o'clock time to go. Because like I said, certain of these sites, remember the sun is moving across the sky. So as the sun is moving, forget it. You're gonna miss the shot. You're gonna miss the video. You're not gonna see these things the way you should. So some of these shots you have to take early in the morning, right? So this is why at least the accommodations has to be easy and in the same area.
Yeah,
Okay,
I agree. I like that.
right?
I think it's gonna be fun. It's
And
gonna be
then
awesome.
the other thing we have to pay for, if because we're only doing 10 at a time, because we want to also climb up some of these mountains, okay? And I don't want more than 10 people. So it's like myself and a host and then 10 other people. We're not doing more than 10. Okay, that's why I wanted to do an extended stay, because extended stays, they have their kitchen. So transportation, okay, we're not going to cover your flight. We're not going to include the flight in the package. We're not, because people are coming from different places and it's going to be different prices. So you're going to cover your flight. The package is going to include the hotel, transportation, a driver,
No, not transportation. The hotel. You mean
yeah,
transportation to
and
the site?
dinner, and dinner.
Okay. Oh, that'd be
Okay,
cool. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. That
okay,
that's cool. Yeah.
yeah. Not no for a week. Let me see. One
Someone asked where in the USA. This is gonna be out in like this is out in like
Southwest.
Southwest
Yeah,
US.
Southwest. And we're going to be going throughout the South, but like the last day, we're going to go to the site where that big battle was between not Apophis, between Pharaoh and the serpent. Okay, yeah, but not close to the New Mexico border. We're staying in the Southwest Texas, but we might go. We actually, there is a mountain that we're gonna go see in the New Mexico border. Yeah, there is a mountain we're gonna go see there, because that one I didn't show you guys the picture. Please let me show this picture. Let me just show this picture. I really need to show this picture before we go, because you got to see this one. Okay, and I'm done. So guys, please, I would love for you guys to be there. Okay, do you guys see her?
Let me
Oh,
put it
share the
up. Hold
screen.
on, let me put
Yeah,
it up.
and then I'm done. So I want you guys to really, we're working, we're going to get this trip done. All we ask is that you are able-bodied. This is the mountain that's on the New Mexico side, and this is the mountain I believe is the stronghold of where the serpents are. Okay, guys, we have to abandon this blood covenant. It's game over. We have to abandon this. That's it. We can't afford for people on the planet to be butchered and killed. Now they're just blowing children up. They're just blowing them up. Okay? No, we have to put an end to this blood covenant. So one of the things we are going to do is we are going to do purifications with Rob before the trip. We're going to be doing weeks of purification before the trip. And one of the things I'm going to do with Rob's team that we're putting together is a deep spiritual purification, specifically targeting this blood covenant. That's it. They told me to tell you the age of this covenant is over. We're done. That's it. The people of this planet have no choice. They have to ascend. We're getting rid of this covenant. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, and what Renetta said about the purifications, like obviously she's going to be doing the purifications. I'm going to be helping promote it to like my subscribers and then her subscribers. And like what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to keep the purification cheap, so
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
like it's going to be like very, very, very cheap because we're
Yeah.
going to try to get a lot for the purification. We're going to try to get a large group of people to do
Yeah.
it. So it might be under $5, honestly. You know, I
Yeah.
think is that what you said, Renetta? Is that
Yeah,
what
if
were
we
you
could get
thinking?
like 200 people, it's not going to be more than like $10, like maximum $10.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
because you need bandwidth and you need like, and I always believe you got to give people like a fear, just something fair for their work. So maximum $10.
Yeah.
Maximum. If we get over 200 people, if like over 200, 300 people come, it's going to be like $5. I mean, it's a lot of work. Group
So the more
purification.
people that come, guys. So all you
Uh,
guys that are listening on Raynetta's channel right now, I know you guys. I saw how passionate you guys were in the chat tonight. I love it. You know, like be a part of this. You know, like we want you all to you, and as you were watching on my channel, we all want you to be a part of this. So so we can kind of like ascend together. Like be purified and then we can go on this trip, and it'll be. And even if you don't go on the trip and you just want to do the
yeah,
purification, if you might not be able to afford the trip, that's fine, but you at least do the purification because
yeah,
it'll help you in your
yeah.
life quest. I
If we
think.
get over 200 people, let's say like 300 people show up, it's going to be $5. Like
Yeah,
seriously, it's going to be $5.
I think
If
we
you
can
want,
get that for sure. I
yeah,
really do.
it's going to be
Especially if
$5.
we
I mean,
plan it in advance. And
and also
advertise
I have
it.
people here. I have people from my group here. Anyone here that has done purifications with me, tell the people before we go, write really quickly. Does it work? Let them know. And if you don't believe me, go to my website. I've been at this for years because they came after me to destroy me. I'm telling you, they came after me to long before they came after me. That's all I will say. Okay? And I'm still here. And I'm telling you, one of the things you have to do is you have to get the garbage out from here. You
Yeah.
see, these people are telling you to detox. When I was telling people to detox bath, you know what they told the people? They went around telling the people, oh, she's telling people to detox bath because she stinks. That's what they told the people. When I was telling people to detox bath is the only way to deal with these things. That's what they told the people. Now today, they're all telling the people detox is the only way. When I did it, they attacked me. Okay?
Yeah. Just remember that, guys. Renetta's really trying to bring the truth. So, that's why I love having her on as a guest, and she's a good person. So, all right. Well,
Okay.
this was a fun show. Thank you, Renetta. Do you want to tell everybody where they can find you and stuff, and then I'll finish it out or whatever.
Yeah, if you want to book a consultation, whatever, join my classes, my spiritual classes at the end of the month, my psionic classes at the end of the month, join. If you want to do a consult, my website, join. I don't force people to do anything. The only thing I say is if I share with you, you share with me. That's it. I
Yeah.
don't try to get
I
people
was
to
going to say that like Renetta brought some amazing information, and the
thank
guy E Carter put up your donation. I was going to say support
oh,
Renetta's
thank you.
channel, support my channel. We're trying
Thank
to
you,
bring
Gareth.
you the truth, and support Renetta first because she was the speaker tonight. And then if you can support my channel too.
Yeah,
We're just trying to bring the truth, and thank you everybody, and
yeah.
have a good night, guys.
Love you guys,
Great.
and please stay away from these blood covenants. Okay? Don't get involved with them, people. It's no good. Love you
All right.
guys. Take care
Thanks,
of yourself.
Renetta.